Disastrous rollout of Obamacare, not the only White House scandal in the headlines. On Capitol Hill, members of Congress seeking to hear testimony from survivors of the deadly Benghazi attacks today got their wish. 5 witnesses testified before the House Intelligence Committee about what they saw that day and heard and did the night the U.S. ambassador to Libya, Christopher Stevens, and 3 other Americans were killed. Fox News Chief Intelligence Correspondent Catherine Herridge with our report.
Behind closed doors on Capitol Hill, the 5 CIA personnel, including former government contractors on the ground in Benghazi, answered questions in 2 classified sessions. The congressman who leads the subcommittee on investigations confirmed the witnesses are offering new information that conflicts with earlier testimony.
There are some discrepancies, and so we're running everything that we can to ground.
Sources tell Fox News the witnesses reinforce the view that State Department personnel were ill-equipped to deal with the assault. And more significantly, some of the contractors characterized the fighting that night as consistent and constant, rather than 2 attacks punctuated by a 7-hour lull, which again raises questions about the lack of a military response. In addition to the 4 Americans killed, Fox News has learned that one of the contractors testifying this week was so severely injured during the mortar attack at the CIA annex that he has not regained the full use of his arm despite multiple surgeries. And diplomatic security agent David Ubben has also undergone multiple surgeries for a severely injured leg. The procedure is known as a limb salvage. Fox News is not publishing Ubben's photo in full out of respect for his privacy and recovery. Congressman Bill Young met with Ubben for 90 minutes last summer when both were patients at Walter Reed Medical Center. Young originally spoke to Fox on background, but after his death, Young's widow gave us permission to broadcast the audio interview about the terrorist attack.
They emphasized the fact that it was a very, very military-type operation. They had knowledge of almost everything in the compound. They knew where the gasoline was. They knew where the generators were. They knew where the safe room was. They knew more than they should have about that compound.
At a separate hearing today, FBI Director James Comey told senators that he is not opposed to Congress speaking with the Benghazi survivors, which appears to contradict the administration's position that the interviews could derail the criminal cases. Lou?
Catherine, thank you.